Oh, pro paint and drywall. We are having some fun here today. Just got all the seams taped, flats and butts. I'm going to take a little breather and then get the old 220s hooked into the stove outlet. Usually I don't hook it into the outlet, usually I hook it into the breaker box. However, this is a slab, no basements, or no basement. This whole development out here, I don't believe any of these buildings have basements. They're all slabs as far as I know. But that won't be a bad place to live. Got a lot of apartments, I guess you call them. This here I'm working on is a duplex. Gotta get out here and fire tape this, hopefully before it gets too cold. Don't want the tape to freeze and fall off. But is not the priority, so I'm going to hold off on that. At least until I get the inside taped. And maybe, probably I'll just do it at the end of the job. That way I try to hit that deadline. Just me, myself, and I tag teaming this one, like usual. I don't want to hurt to hire a guy or two or three. This vaulted, it's not too high, so, and then we got a break in the middle. So all I'm working with is a couple of mini bakers. This is the one I like to stand on because it's a beefy one. This one here needs a little work. See, she's kind of where is it here? She's letting loose. Need some bolts or something in there. But yeah, that's all that's holding her together. Some electrical wire. Better than nothing though. But yeah, this one here I like to stand on. It is a little bit taller than the other one too. So gain a little bit of height. Just took the sheetrock and was leaning up against the wall. And you gotta be really careful when you do it, because there's a few sheets here, but yeah, just tip it over. Straighten the top sheet out or whatever. That's a piece of scrap. Put that on top to try and protect some of the sheet anyway. Then you get some mud on that. And I don't really care. I can scrape it off or throw it in the dumpster, or whatever the hell they want to do. But I gotta get in here and do this mechanical room. Get it fire taped, and then the screws, I guess, need to be coated on the adjoining wall. So that would be that back wall adjoins to the other plex, so the screws will get done there. Screws will get done on the ceiling. I'm not going to do screws on that wall that adjoins to the garage. Well, maybe I will. I'm trying to remember if I did that or not. There's only a few screws there anyway. So maybe I'll just hit them. Because it does adjoin to the garage. So for whatever that's worth. I don't know. I can't remember if I hit him on the last job or not. I'm not going to walk over there just a little bit. Just hit him. Just be done with it. Got my LED. I think that's a Woods. It's got an orange. That's my Woods light. Those LEDs are like really cool. Like almost literally, because the halogens got so much hotter, and then I'm sure they're more of a fire risk. But, yep. Tote here. Menard Special. You could buy a fancier one, but then if the breaks, it costs you an arm and a leg to fix it. There's bazooka tape, 500 foot. The bazooka is not really a necessary tool, but I bought a couple of them. Right now I'm just using it for the angles, and I think on the 9 foot, I don't really know if I use it for the upper angles or not. 8 foot's pretty easy to do the rim, the angles. 9 foot's a little tricky because it's higher up. And then I'm wiping behind myself, so I don't know. I don't even know how to change the cutter on there and the needle that advances the tape, so otherwise I might use it for these longer flats. You know, stopped using it for the ceiling just because I don't have anybody to wipe behind me. I'm not going to jump up and down stilts, and I do not. I don't know. Drywall doctor mentioned using this tool, which I did buy. It comes in handy for scraping boogers off stuff. But yeah, I tried, you know, wiping the ceiling down with it. I just don't like the way that it wipes. You know, like in here, I tried it again, just for shits and giggles. But I tried to wipe it, and even if I do like a parallel wipe, and then come back and do more of a perpendicular wipe, you know, like 2 wipes, still doesn't lay down the greatest. So I'm just not a big fan. So I just use the banjo on the ceiling, and then wipe behind myself. Put this puppy away. There's 10-inch. Pick up another 10-inch too. Wore one out, scraping walls. Scrape the walls. I sprayed a knockdown on the ceiling instead of plasticking. Instead of using plastic on the walls, which my son uses plastic on the walls. I used to use plastic on the walls, and I got in the habit of just scraping the upper, well, basically scraping the walls down. But yeah, I wore out a 10-inch knife. You know, I put it on a handle. So I've got one, and I can use that one, but I like to have one off of the handle as well, because it works pretty slick to not have a handle for scraping the texture off the tray ceiling. So no handle for that, works really slick. So I like to have one 10-inch with no handle. Then I've got two 10 inches with handles. One handle's a little longer than the other. You know, maybe for the 9-foot ceiling, and then even for the vaulted. Looks nice to have a little longer handle. Well, you can jump up in the baker. Don't need to have a longer handle. Can't reach all the way up there anyways. Oh shoot, what was I going to show you? Oh, yeah. So this is this is my office. Office chair. I think it's rated for like 400 pounds or something crazy. It was ripping a little, but still holding pretty strong. Got yeah, this is letting loose here, but yeah, she's holding on the end there just fine. Even though this is loose, this here's holding. But yeah, got a water jug here. Those things are awesome for hauling water. 5-gallon water jug. And then they double as a footrest. You put your feet up in the air, and it feels good. And you want to ask me why? I don't know. Maybe it reverses the circulation or something. But there's my few tips for today. Got my tall boys. We're getting up there, and got my Blaine's Farm and Fleet. They rebranded it as their own. I think they're Ellen's. How do we spell that? E-L-A-I-N. Ellen's. And they rebranded it as their own. But I'm sure Ellen still makes the nuts. They just put their own little wrap on there. But some gum. There's my diet. And these are not roasted, which I don't know if roasting takes a lot of the nutrition out or not, but they are salted. And I don't know, I like them. So there's another tip for you. You can use a plastic knife, and these blue ones are a little stiffer than the red ones. So why use a plastic knife for wiping tape down? A lot of people, seasoned tapers like myself, I've mentioned it to them, and usually they use a metal knife, 6-inch. This one here is pretty slick. It's pretty lightweight, stainless. These here are a little heavier duty. I ain't gotta buy these anymore because I don't like how heavy they are. Initially I bought them because they were lasting a little longer. The trick is you don't set them in water, because then right here they'll rust and then they'll snap right off. So I just don't put them in water. And then I like I said, I like that one because it's lightweight. But back to the plastic knife. The main reason to use the plastic knife for wiping tape is there's way less drag resistance. Even stainless steel, where they don't rust, a lot more drag resistance with these. Now, if you got grill arms, which I don't, I guess maybe it don't matter, However, if you want the easy peasy lemon squeezy road, right here, this is the one you want. Less drag resistance. I just love it. Way easier on the arm. Especially like the overhead stuff. So, well, I think that's enough for today. Get a little tripod stand for this phone. I'll have to set that up, and maybe I don't think I really want to invest in a GoPro. At least not today. But you can kind of see me in action here one of these days. Alright, Kelly Pro Paint and Drywall. Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Later.